Wake up, rise up, Mell, be on the line. News, weather, truth, she delivers on time. Affirm your power, let the doubt unwind. Kickstart your soul, let your purpose shine. She don't just talk, she sparked the flame from 7 to 8. She runs the game, Jamaica to New Orleans and all the world. The vibe don't sleep. Mell B drop gems while the world counts sheep. No fluff, no cap, just facts and fire. Affirmation flow that lifts you higher. Wake up, rise up, Mell B on the line. News, weather, truth.
I'm sorry, I just love that song, y'all. Grand Rising, my kings and queens, and everybody who's still half asleep. So it's your girl Mell B live on Lux Radio Network. It's January 5th, the first Monday of 2026. We aren't just starting off this new week, we claiming it. If you're reaching for that coffee, reach for your vision too. So let's get to it. Our affirmation of the day and I read is I walk into this week with the authority of a conqueror. Every door I knock on is already opening, and every seed I plant today will bear fruit. On the first Monday of this year, first full work week, people often feel like they are chasing the clock. This affirmation shifts the power dynamic. It tells us that we aren't asking for a good week, we're commanding it. It's about moving from the passive mindset to an authoritative one. All right, our word of the day is vanguard. It means the people of a group of people leading the way in new developments or ideas. In other words, the forefront. So don't just follow the trend, be the vanguard of your own destiny today. All right, on to our phase origin of the day. Our phase is to turn over a new leaf, meaning to make a fresh start or change your behavior for the better. In the 1500s, the pages of a book were called leaves. So to turn over a new leaf meant turning over a blank, clean page in your journal to start a new chapter of your life without the blots and the mistakes of the previous one. All right, on to our world news. Starting with New York, the local business community is closely monitoring the U.S. District Court appearance of the captured leader, Nicolas Maduro, who has heightened security and political discourse in the city. Event in New York today is Family Story Time and Play at the Andrew High School Braille and Talking Book Library, featuring songs and arts for caregivers and children. Grand Rising, everyone. All right, on to Los Angeles. Local leaders are navigating the official removal of the National Guard from the city, focusing on new community-led safety initiatives and public service restoration. Los Angeles event today is Monday Night Tech Workshop at the Central Library, helping residents with digital literacy and new AI software tools. Chicago. The city is adjusting its 2026 budget to focus on urban redevelopment following the withdrawal of federal personnel, prioritizing the revitalization of the South and West Sides. Chicago's event of the day is Free Monday variety show at the Empty Bottle, highlighting local Chicago-based artists and cultural performances. Atlanta. The city is celebrating the founding day of major civics fraternities, with a focus on historical contributions to Georgia's educational and political landscape. Atlanta's event of the day is New Year, New Books, community story time and craft session at the Joan P. Garner Library at Ponce de Leon. Houston. Economic analysts in Houston are reporting a surge in tourism and tech investment as the city positions itself as a primary Southern Silicon Valley for 2026. Houston's event of the day is Creation Station at the High Meadows Branch Library, a hands-on science and art program for local elementary students. Washington, D.C. Diplomatic circles are focused on the official proceedings at the D.C. court involving international political figures, marking a significant day for global justice on U.S. soil. Washington, D.C.'s event, For the Love of D.C., community conversation at the Howard University School of Law, focusing on the future of district governance. Miami. The Port of Miami is implementing new green energy protocols today, aiming to become the first carbon neutral major cruise hub by the end of the decade. Miami's event of the day is Israeli film series screening of Forgiveness at the Miami Beach JCC, followed by cultural discussion. Tampa. Local environmental boards are launching a coastal protection initiative aimed at preserving the mangroves along the bay following recent ecological assessments. Tampa's event of the day is Weekly Monday Market at the Downtown Park, supporting local growers and small artisan businesses. Newport Richey. Good morning, Dad. The city is debating new redevelopment initiatives to attract boutique, retail, and hospitality businesses to the historic downtown core. Newport Richey's event of the day is Community Redevelopment Agency, CRA, meeting where residents can voice opinions on upcoming urban projects. Milwaukee. Good morning, family. Local tech startups are benefiting from a new Midwest Innovation Grant, sparking a wave of hiring in the city's manufacturing and automation sectors. Milwaukee's event of the day is Karaoke and Cultural Night with Iconica Strange at Pop, a popular neighborhood gathering for the local creative community. Vancouver. The Surrey mayoral race continues to dominate local political discussion, while real estate data shows a slight cooling in lower mainland property values. Vancouver's event of the day is community line dancing at the Cascade Park Community Library, a regular fitness and social gathering. Toronto. The Canadian furniture and manufacturing industries are adjusting to recent shifts in trade policy, focusing on domestic supply chains to avoid rising tariffs. Toronto's event of the day is Monday morning Mark Space at the Toronto Public Library, teaching residents 3D printing and digital fabrication. Bless up, Jamaica. Kingston. The Jamaica Strong Benefit Concert organizers announced they have raised over $500,000 US for ongoing Hurricane Melissa recovery efforts across the island. Kingston's event of the day is Relief and Recovery Strategy Meeting at the Ministry of Science, Energy, and Telecommunications and Transport. Montego Bay. Small hoteliers are bracing for a high-volume winter season as tourism infrastructure repairs in the western parishes reach completion. Montego Bay's event of the day is community gathering at Harmony Beach Park, celebrating the local spirit of life, love, and recovery after the new year. Ocho Rios. Beach access and coral reef protection policies are being updated to balance high tourism turnout with ecological preservation in the Maumee Bay area. Event of the day is Guided Blue Hole Heritage Tour, a community-led excursion highlighting the natural history of the region. Negril. The Long Bay Development Project is entering its second phase, focusing on sustainable coastal building to migrate future storm impacts. The event of the day is Post-Holiday Community Mixer at the Long Bay Football Field, featuring local DJs and food vendors. Cayman Islands. The island celebrated the first birth of 2026 today, with the family of local shipping workers receiving community-wide recognition. Cayman Islands event of the day is Karaoke and Pizza Party Monday at the Georgetown Community Hub, a staple social event for residents. Bahamas. Opposition leaders have outlined a 2026 economic agenda focused on restoring confidence in Grand Bahama's infrastructure and public services. NASA's event of the day is National Junkanoo Community Meeting, shifting focus to the upcoming Family Island parades for the 2026 season. Nigeria. Schools across Niger state officially reopened today, following updates to regional security and educational funding policies. Event of the day is African Music Cultural Celebration at IBB Square, highlighting traditional and contemporary Nigerian sounds. And Ghana. The government is finalizing budget allocations for the 24-hour economy initiative designed to boost production and job creation throughout the year. Ghana's event of the day is the International Conference on Global Issues in Accra, bringing together scholars and policy experts from across West Africa. All right, on to our weather for today. New York. Conditions are cloudy with a 10% chance of light snow with a high of 34 and a low of 25. Los Angeles. Expect light rain during the day, transitioning to partly cloudy skies at night with a high of 60 and a low of 51. Chicago. The day will remain cloudy with a chance of light rain this evening with a high of 41 and a low of 33. Atlanta. It will be a sunny day followed by a mostly cloudy night with a high of 59 and a low of 43. Houston. Cloudy conditions during the day will give way to a clear night with a high of 75 and a low of 54. Washington, D.C. The forecast shows mostly cloudy to partly cloudy conditions with a high of 45 and a low of 27. Miami, a beautiful sunny day and a clear night with a high of 75 with a low of 65. Tampa, conditions are sunny and clear with a high of 73 and a low of 57. Newport Richey, sunny skies during the day and partly cloudy at night with a high of 65 and a low of 56. Milwaukee, cloudy during the day with light rain expected at night with a high of 38 and a low of 29. Vancouver, cloudy during the day with snow expected overnight with a high of 42 and a low of 39. Toronto, cloudy skies with snow likely throughout the day, high of 33 and a low of 27. Kingston, partly sunny with light rain possible this evening with a high of 78 and a low of 69. Montego Bay, heavy thunderstorms are in the forecast for today, clearing up by nightfall, high of 78 and a low of 73. Ocho Rios, expect scattered thunderstorms and light rain with a high of 77 and a low of 71. Negril, mostly sunny and clear, high of 80 and a low of 76. Cayman Islands, sunny conditions with some clouds at night, high of 80, low of 77. Bahamas, sunny and clear skies with a high of 76 and a low of 70. And Nigeria, very warm and sunny with a high of 92 and a low of 77. And Ghana, partly sunny and humid with a high of 84 and a low of 79. All right, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. On to our sports. In the NFL, Week 18 final scores are the Texans over the Colts, 38-30. The Browns over the Bengals, 20-18. The Falcons over the Saints, 19-17. The Vikings over the Packers, 16-3. The Jaguars over the Titans, 41-7. The Giants over the Cowboys, 34-17. The Rams over the Cardinals, 37-20. The Raiders over the Chiefs, 14-12. The Commanders over the Eagles, 24-17. The Patriots over the Dolphins, 38-10. The Lions over the Bears, 19-16. The Broncos over the Chargers, 19-13. The Bills over the Jets, 35-8. And the Steelers over the Ravens, 26-24. All right, since the NFL regular schedule concluded yesterday, the NFL playoffs, the Super Wild Card Weekend, are set. to begin this coming Saturday, January 10th. And in the NBA, final scores from yesterday, we have the Pistons over the Cavaliers, 114 to 110. The Magic over the Pacers, 135 to 127. The Nets over the Nuggets, 127 to 115. The Timberwolves over the Wizards, 141 to 115. And we have the Heat over the Pelicans, 125 to 106. The Suns over the Thunder, 108 to 105. The Bucks over the Kings, 115 to 98. And the Lakers over the Grizzlies, 120 to 114. In the NBA tonight, we have the Knicks versus the Pistons at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Peacock. We also have the Hawks and the Raptors at 7:30 p.m. on NBA League Pass. The Bulls and the Celtics at 7:30 p.m. On NBA League Pass. We have the Suns and the Rockets at 8 p.m. on NBA League Pass, and the Hornets and the Thunder at 8 p.m. on NBA League Pass. The Nuggets and the 76ers at 8:30 p.m. on Peacock. The Warriors and the Clippers at 10 p.m. This evening on Peacock, and the Jazz and the Trailblazers at 10 p.m. on NBA League Pass. All right, on to our daily feature, which is Motivational Monday. Our topic today is Stay the Course. Your purpose is a lifetime assignment. Everybody starts the year strong, but the people who finish strong are the ones who understand this truth. Your purpose is not seasonal. It doesn't begin on January 1st, and it doesn't end when the hype dies down. So let me give you an example. When Dr. Mae Jemison, the first Black woman in space, told her teacher she wanted to be a scientist, they laughed at her. When she told NASA she wanted to be an astronaut, they doubted her. When she applied, she was rejected the first time, but she didn't quit. She stayed the course. She kept studying, she kept training, she kept believing. And in 1992, she flew aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour and made history. Her dream doesn't need approval. It needs commitment. So today, remind yourself, I'm not doing this for the year. I'm doing this for my life. All right, on to our book club. Grand Rising Ray. I know it's real nice and hot there. All right, on to our book club, where we are still reading The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. We are on chapter 6, which is The Educated Negro Leaves the Masses. Woodson breaks down how the American education system trained Black people to disconnect from their own communities, creating a class of educated individuals who felt superior to the very people they were supposed to uplift. Woodson agrees that the system initially shaped Black professionals to imitate white standards of success, pushing them away from their roots, their culture, and their responsibility to their people. Instead of returning home to build, many were conditioned to believe that success meant leaving the Black community behind. He warns that this creates a dangerous divide, the educated versus the masses, when in reality, liberation requires unity. So ask yourself, are you learning to escape your community or empower it? Your gifts, your knowledge, your elevation, they're not just for you. They're for the people who poured into you, prayed for you, and paved the way for you. Message. All right, on to our cause of the day. Our cause of the day is Chiari malformation, a structural neurological condition where part of the brain, the cerebellum, extends downward into the spine canal, causing pressure and disrupting cerebral spinal fluid flow. So it is a congenital or acquired condition where the skull is too small or misshapen forcing brain tissue downward into the spine canal. So symptoms, severe headaches, especially after coughing or sneezing, neck pain, balance problems, numbness and tingling in the hands and feet, difficulty swallowing, dizziness, sleep apnea. In severe types, you have paralysis, seizures, or developmental delays in infants. There is no prevention for congenital Chiari malformation. Early detection and monitoring are key. If you need more information or have questions, you can contact the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, or the NINDS. Also, the American Association of Neurological Surgeons. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. All right, today in history, we have in 1477, the Battle of Nancy. Charles the Bold is defeated and killed, ending Burgundy's independence. In 1781, we have British forces burned Richmond, Virginia during the American Revolution, led by Benedict Arnold. In 1875, Palais Garnier Opera House opens in Paris, becoming one of the world's most iconic opera venues. In 1895, Alfred Dreyfus is stripped of rank in the infamous Dreyfus Affair, later proven wrongful. And in 1911, Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity is founded at Indiana University, becoming one of the Divine Nine. In African American history today, like I've just mentioned, in 1911, Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity is founded. Because it becomes the second Black fraternity in the Divine Nine, created to support Black students facing racial hostility on campus. And in 1973, Shirley Chisholm begins her second term in Congress. The first Black woman elected to Congress continues her groundbreaking leadership, pushing for education, childcare, and economic justice. And in 1941, Charles Drew leads the first large-scale blood bank program. Dr. Drew's innovations in blood plasma storage revolutionized medicine and saved thousands of lives during World War II. All right, on to scientists and inventors. First up, we have Dr. Patricia Bath, laser cardiac surgery pioneer. Dr. Bath invented the laser sphaco probe, a device that revolutionized cataract removal and restored sight to people who have been blind for decades. She became the first Black woman doctor to receive a medical patent in the US. Next, we have Lewis Latimer, carbon filament for the light bulb. Latimer created the long-lasting carbon filament that made Edison's light bulb practical for everyday use. Without him, electric lighting would have stayed a luxury. And we have Dr. Mark Dean, co-inventor of the personal computer. The lead engineer at IBM, Dr. Dean holds 3 of the original 9 PC patents and helped develop the color monitor and first gigahertz processor. All right, on to our Back to Roots segment. I'm actually going to be kind of like starting this over since it's the beginning of the year, so people understand what our Back to Roots segment is. This segment is where we take a moment to reconnect with who we are, where we come from, and the powerful legacy that shaped African American culture long before we touched American soil. Every day we shine a light on the languages, traditions, spiritual systems, kingdoms, and cultural practices of Africa, the pieces of our identity that history tried to bury, but our spirit never forgot. From the Yoruba to the Akan, to the Dinka, Zulu, and the ancient wisdom of Kemet. We explore the roots that still show up in our music, our food, our faith, our family structure, and our everyday rhythm. Back to Roots is about education, elevation, and restoration, giving us the knowledge to understand our past and the pride to stand in our present and the power to shape our future. This is where African American culture begins and where we reclaim the story for ourselves. So, Africa's original religion, Africa's African traditional religions, or ATR, are the indigenous spiritual systems practiced across the continent long before Christianity or Islam arrived. There is no single religion, but a family of belief systems that share the same principles. So, core principles of Africa's indigenous religions: one, a supreme creator. Most African cultures believe in one supreme God who created the universe and oversees all existence. Two, ancestor veneration. Ancestors are honored as protectors, guiders, and intermediaries between humans and the spirit world. Three, spirits and nature forces. African religions include nature spirits, deities tied to rivers, mountains, storms, and fertility, orishas of the Aruba people, voodoo spirits, Fawn and Iwi people, Absushum, Akan, and Netjuru, ancient Egypt. Four, deep connection to nature. Sacred trees, rivers, animals, and landscapes are seen as spiritually alive and powerful. Five, oral tradition. Teachings are passed through proverbs, rituals, storytelling, festivals, and songs. Examples of Africa's original religions. In the region of West Africa, you have the indigenous system of Yoruba. I got my little cheat sheet here so I can get these words right. Yoruba, or Ifa. And we have Voodoo, you have Akan, and Igbo Odinani. In Central Africa, there's Bantu spiritual systems. East Africa, there's the Dinka, Nur, and Orama Wakifahma. North Africa is the ancient Egyptian Kemetic religion. Ooh, I got them right. In Southern Africa, there is the Zulu, the Xhosa, and San traditions. These systems existed thousands of years before foreign religions even arrived. So shared themes across the continent. There was harmony with nature, community over individualism, balance between the seen and unseen worlds, ancestral responsibility, and rituals that maintain spiritual order. So this week we will learn about origins. Yoruba creation story is the Orunmila and the descent of creation. In Yoruba cosmology, Orunmila is the Orisha of wisdom, destiny, and divine order. When the supreme creator, Odumare, prepared the world, Orunmila descended from the heavens with a sacred chain to guide creation. He carried the knowledge of Ifa, the spiritual blueprint of the universe, ensuring that everything formed with balance, intention, and purpose. Creation begins with wisdom, and wisdom begins with alignment. So they guided African worldview ancestors as living guides. Across the continent, ancestors are not gone. They are present, active, and protective. They guide through intuition, dreams, signs, and the wisdom passed down through generations. So you're never walking alone. Your lineages walks with you. All right, on to our fact or fiction. And this week, we are looking into the week of strange stories. So for today, first up, we have the Green Children of Woolpit. So, two mysteries Two mysterious green-skinned children appearing in medieval England sounds like a fairy tale, but it's recorded in 12th century chronicles. The children reportedly spoke an unknown language and claimed to have come from a place called St. Martin's Land. Historians today believe they were likely malnourished, famished orphans whose greenish tint came from anemia. So was this fact or fiction? It was fiction, with a hint of misunderstood history. So the second story, the dancing plague of 1518. It was a woman in Strasbourg begins dancing uncontrollably, and within days, hundreds joined her. This bizarre event is historically documented. People dance for days, some collapsing from exhaustion. Theories include mass hysteria, poisoning, or stress-induced psychogenetic outbreak. Fact or fiction? This is actually a fact. The event happened. The cause remains debated, though. And last, the lost colony of, okay, hold on. Roanoke. Is that how you say it? Roanoke. I'm sorry. And deeper theories. An entire colony, English colony vanishes, leaving the word Croatian, what is that? Croatian carved in a post. Theories range from annihilation with indigenous tribes to relocation attempts gone wrong. More fringe ideas include supernatural disappearance or Spanish raids. This has been unproven. The colony's fate is still unknown. I remember seeing this on American Horror Story something. But I guess it's some kind of unproven folklore. So they say it's not fact and it's not fiction. So got a double one there. All right, on to our What's the Word? This week we start our Bible reading in a year. So we today start our scripture reading for today to begin our journey for throughout the year is Genesis chapters 1 through 3 and also Matthew chapter 1. So our word with this is origin because both readings deal with the beginnings. Genesis shows the origin of creation, humanity, and sin, while Matthew shows the origin of Jesus's earth lineage, proving he is the promised Messiah. So those, if you need me to read those again, our chapters today, our reading for today is Genesis chapters 1 through 3 and Matthew chapter 1. Tomorrow we will have a summary. I will have a summary and also a couple of quiz questions. All right, so on to our tech tip of the day. Strengthen your security with active defense monitoring. Cyber experts say 2026 is shifting towards active defense, continuous monitoring, rapid detection, and fast response to threats. So what is this? Active defense means your devices and accounts are not just protected, they're continuously being watched for suspicious behavior and shutting it down in real time. So how to use this? Turn on real-time protection in Windows Security or Mac OS. Enable behavior-based threat detection in your antivirus and use apps that alert you when new logins or unusual activity occur. Attackers now use AI to move faster than ever. Active defense shortens the time between intrusion and containment, stopping threats before they even spread. All right, on to our finance tip for the day. Use AI-powered budgeting tools to catch hidden money leaks. So AI is now built into everyday money apps to predict spending, flag fees, and optimize your cash flow. AI-driven budgeting tools automatically scan your accounts for unused subscriptions, rising bills, late fee risk, overspending patterns, and ideal cash that could earn interest. So how you use it is you turn on AI insights in your banking or budgeting app. Enable alerts for fee detection, subscription tracking, and cash optimization, and review weekly summaries to adjust your spending. AI helps plug financial leaks you don't notice, saving you money without extra effort. Fidelity reports that AI can help reduce late fees, optimize savings, and improve financial security. All right, our fun fact of the day is a sea slug can perform photosynthesis like a plant. Scientists discovered that the sea slug, oh boy, let me get this word right. Elysia chlorotica, the sea slug that steals energy from the sun, can photosynthesize, turning sunlight into energy just like a leaf. So the slug eats algae, steals their chloroplasts, and stores them into its own cells. That lets it live off sunlight, water, and air for long periods of time. This discovery expands our understanding of evolution and energy production and may inspire future breakthroughs in bioenergy and sustainable tech. Okay. All right. Today is National Bird Day. I know somebody that's not going to like that one. National Bird Day celebrates the beauty, intelligence, and ecological importance of birds around the world. Yeah, she's still not going to hear that. The day raises awareness about bird conservation, habitat protection, and humane treatment, especially for species threatened by climate change and habitat loss. Bird populations are declining globally, and they are essential for pollination, seed spreading, and ecosystem balance. This day encourages people to support conservation efforts and protect biodiversity. All right, our daily quote comes from Miss Oprah Winfrey, and I quote, "Turn your wounds into wisdom," end quote. Oprah reminds us that pain is not the end of the story, it's the beginning of understanding. Every wound carries a lesson, and every lesson carries power. This quote teaches that healing isn't just about moving on, it's about growing forward. The experiences that hurt us the most often become the experiences that shape our strength, sharpen our intuition, and deepen our compassion. All right, on to our music and entertainment segment. Today, we got Megan Thee Stallion expands her empire with new Popeyes franchise. Megan Thee Stallion is kicking off 2026 with a major business move. She's officially stepping into the restaurant ownership, opening a new Popeyes franchise in Miami. This follows her early collaboration with the brand and shows her continued push into entrepreneurism. Megan is modeling what it looks like for artists to build long-term wealth beyond music. Ownership is the new blueprint. All right, in our celebrity gossip, we got Kim reveals baby number 8, and it's a girl. R&B singer Kim shared a sonogram video announcing that his 5th child with his wife Erica Owens and 8th child overall is a girl. Fans are celebrating the news, calling it a new year blessing. Kim rarely shares personal updates, so fans are eating this up. The R&B legend is stepping into 2026 with a growing family and a whole lot of joy. All right, in our celebrity birthdays today, first up we have Jason Mitchell. He's the actor from the movie Straight Outta Compton and The Chi. He's 38 years old today. Miss Juicy Baby is 53. She's the radio host and reality TV personality from Little Women, Atlanta. And we also have model and businesswoman Nicole Murphy is 58. Chicago Bulls basketball star Tyler Ulis is 30. Actor and comedian Guy Torrey is 57. And rest in heaven birthday acknowledgement to Alvin Ailey. He was an African-American dancer, director, choreographer, and activist, and also George Washington Carver, who was an American agriculturalist, scientist, and inventor who promoted alternative crops to cotton and methods to prevent soil depletion. All right, in our lifestyle segment today, our soul food recipe of the day is Cajun blackened catfish. Our paired beverage is sweet tea lemon spritzer. And in our men's health tip today, add 20 minutes of zone 2 cardio, gentlemen. It boosts your heart health and metabolism. And your fashion tip of the day is fresh white sneaker reset. A clean white sneaker instantly elevates casual looks. Women's health and beauty tip of the day is start a vitamin D routine. Many women, especially women of color, run low on vitamin D, which supports mood, immunity, and skin health. Women's fashion tip of the day is monochrome winter look. All black, all cream, or all brown outfits are trending and slimming. All right, household cleaning chore of the day is to deep clean that microwave. All right, and also I added auto mechanics 101 tip for women. Check your tire pressure weekly. Cold weather drops your PSI. Proper pressure improves gas mileage and prevents blowouts. So get you one of those tire pressure checkers, ladies, and make sure that your PSI is good all the way around your tires. So you have good traction, and make sure you check that traction on them tires too. It's winter. You gotta make sure you have all weather or winter tires. All right, in relationships, for couples, practice a 5-minute check-in tonight. No phones, just connection. Friendships, send a thinking of you text to someone you haven't talked to in a while. And family, share one positive memory at dinner to build emotional closeness. All right. I also have Before They Were Legends, From Humble to Historic. First, I have Miss Claudette Colvin, the teen who sat first. Before Rosa Parks, there was Claudette Colvin, a 15-year-old who refused to give up her seat on a Montgomery bus in 1955. Arrested and defiant, she became the key witness in the case that ended bus segregation. She wasn't just brave, she was first. All right, on to daily horoscopes. Aries, you are starting the week with bold confidence. Use it to kick off a project you've been putting off. Your lucky day this week is Thursday, and your lucky numbers are 3, 11, and 27. Taurus, slow, steady energy serves you well today. Protect your peace and move at your own pace. Your lucky day this week is Saturday. Your lucky numbers are 6, 14, and 22. Gemini, conversations opens doors. A short chat today could turn into a big opportunity later. Your lucky day this week is Wednesday, and your lucky numbers are 5, 18, and 33. Cancer, your emotions are heightened, but that's your radar, not your weakness. Listen closely. Your lucky day this week is today, Monday, and your lucky numbers are 2, 9, and 26. Leo, you're magnetizing attention without even trying. Use the spotlight to ask for what you deserve. Your lucky day this week is Sunday, and your lucky numbers are 1, 19, and 34. Virgo, your details stand out. If you tidy your schedule and your space, your mind will follow. Your lucky day this week is Tuesday, and your lucky numbers are 4, 12, and 28. Libra, you're craving balance and beauty. Adjust your surroundings so that they actually feed you. Your lucky day of the week is Friday, and your lucky numbers are 7, 15, and 30. Scorpio, your intuition is loud today. Go with your gut, especially about people and promises. Your lucky day this week is today, Monday, and your lucky numbers are 8, 21, and 29. Sagittarius, restlessness hits, but that's your spirit asking for a challenge, not an escape. Your lucky day of the week is Thursday, and your lucky numbers are 10, 23, and 31. Capricorn, you're in boss mode. Structure and discipline pay off, especially at work. Your lucky day this week is Saturday, and your lucky numbers are 13, 24, and 35. Aquarius, new ideas are flowing. Capture them before they float away. They're worth something. Your lucky day of the week this week is Wednesday, and your lucky numbers are 9, 17, and 32. And Pisces, your sensitivity is heightened. Use it to connect, not to retreat. Your lucky day this week is Sunday, and your lucky numbers are 6, 20, and 33. On tomorrow's show, the color of Olo in Fun Facts, Holly Bailey's Tuscany rom-com and entertainment, collard greens in lifestyle, and Tuesday self-care horoscopes. A smooth, feel-good Tuesday is on deck and on the way. At this time, I would like to thank our sponsors, Bello Burn Hot Sauce, Bold Taste, Big Kick. Bello Burn keeps the city spicy. RAS Herbals, natural remedies, real results. RAS Herbals keeps the community grounded. Colorane Candles, soft light, strong energy. Colorane Candles elevates every space. And Universal Madness, style with a statement. Universal Madness keeps the culture fitted. All right, on to our announcements. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, our very own Cookie, our CEO of J.A.B Entertainment and Lux Radio, will conduct a webinar, The Business of Music. This webinar is for all who are interested in learning the music business. If you're interested in attending, please sign up on our website at luxradio.com. All right, that's how we kick off this week, with clarity, culture, courage, and a little bit of fire. So whatever you do today, do it with purpose. Don't shrink, don't second guess, and don't dim your own light. Rest tonight knowing you moved with intention. So until tomorrow morning, family, this is your girl, Mell B, saying stay fly, stay grounded in your truth, and don't let nobody tilt your crown. Period.